Alright, so hello guys and welcome to the third and last version of, the third and last part of web development. So, firstly, before I begin the part, I just wanted to inform you that in the next day there's gonna be some courses about HTML and CSS, and as soon as possible I'm gonna upload the videos. After that, I'm going to upload courses about PHP and JavaScript and jQuery. So I will try to do this as soon as possible. So like always, we're gonna open. I'm gonna close that because I did for the other tutorial. So I'm gonna open our text document and we're gonna begin. So for this part, we're gonna put the softwares in categories. These categories will be the platforms or OS as you want. So we're gonna put Windows, Mac OS X, and Linux. So for Windows, we may want to use Sublime Text. I have the version 2, and there's also, I think, 3 versions, or I don't know, maybe. So there's also Notepad++, and there is Microsoft Visual. Sorry, I don't have Microsoft Visual installed on my computer, so we're gonna talk about it later. And for Mac OS X, we've got Xcode and Sublime Text. For Linux, you get, I think there's there's Sublime Text. Anyway, this is the only software I really know it's disponible on Linux. It works on most platforms, Ubuntu, etc. So let's start with Windows. I have Windows here, as you see, but unfortunately I don't have Mac or Linux, so we're gonna Sublime Text we got on Windows, so we don't have to show it. Xcode, I used to have a Mac, but I don't have it anymore, so I was coding with Xcode, using Xcode for almost 1 year, and it's been really a very good coding exploration. So we're gonna begin by Sublime Text, and we're going to code some PHP, HTML, and CSS. I'm gonna start it. New document, and I'm gonna save it as so I'm gonna save it here. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let me create a new task, a new folder, which will be called tutorial site. So I'm going to copy it until I can open it in the navigator. So index.php. Why? Because I'm coding PHP index.php, and I'm going to create a new file which will be name it css. So we're gonna put these two things together, and let's close that. So we're gonna like always block type HTML. Oh no, I forgot it. Yes. So our HTML tags, our heat tags, our body tags, and so now we're gonna see some functionalities. So as you see here, if I go on the body, inside the body, you see it's underlined. Both bodies are underlined. That's where the software is trying to tell you that the body begins here and ends here. These are the two bodies. Here, same thing on the head, same thing on the HTML. So other thing in any coding software, if the code color is white, so the coding software don't understand it. But here it doesn't matter because it's not actual code. I'm just telling the navigator that document type is HTML, so I'm going to tell the navigator that I'm writing HTML. And here for the HTML tag, where it is made for, because I'm going to tell the navigator that my HTML code begins here. So here in the head, I'm going to put my title, which will be site 1, and I'm going to close the title tag. So I'm going to tell the navigator that the title of my site is site 1, so this title will be visible right here, like this one, also like this one, function part 1. So let's go back, and I'm gonna also tell the navigator that the meta course set will be UTF-8. You might be wondering why or what this command does, this tag does, excuse me. So here I'm telling the navigator that because in the French language we got these special characters, just like this E and this E, this A, this C, this E also. So these won't be accepted by the navigator if we don't put the meta course with UTF-8, so that the navigator knows that he have to accept these special characters. So I'm going back here, and in my body I'm going to create the H1. So I'm trying to make this site as real as possible. So I'm going to put the title, which will be I don't know, site 1. So I'm going to close the H1, and for the I'm going to put the H3 so that it can be smaller. So I'm going to put tutorial site. So I'm going to close the H3, and here in the style sheet I'm gonna I forget to put the style sheet with the HTML, so I'm gonna put link role equals style sheet. So for the type it will be text CSS, and for the link it will be going to style sheet dot CSS, and then we're gonna close that. So we're gonna save that, and we're gonna go to our CSS file, and we're gonna begin by H1. So we're gonna by body, and I'm gonna put like background color will be like red, and that's also I'm gonna put also the H1. It should be like color white. The H3 should be color also white. I'm sorry, I'm not putting so much code so that the video won't be so long. And now I'm going to start my PHP code. I'm going to put it in a P tag. Closing the P, and here I'm starting my PHP. So that's how the PHP code is written between these two things. So here I'm telling the navigator that this will be PHP code, and this I'm telling him that the PHP code is ending here. So I'm gonna use this tag which does the same. So watch out, the tag is turbos. Here it is. Inside the turbos I'm gonna put my name like Haroun, and after that I'm gonna put the first letter of my name, so which is H. Here I'm going to put this, and I'm going on the comment I'm going to put the first letter of my name. So you're gonna see what's going to happen. Also, I'm gonna put strobos, second strobos. I'm gonna put only 4 letters of my name. So for the second one, I'm going to do almost the same thing with Haroun, and I'm gonna put the second and third or I'm gonna only put the second letter of my name and closing that, and the second letter of my name. You can also do it with your name if you want to try the PHP. I will also put these two files and a download link for these two files in the description so that you can get the website, and you can also put your name on it. So also I'm gonna put this Stropos one more time. So I'll open these and I'm gonna put Haroun. So this I'm gonna put here the last three letters of my name, which are O-U-N, and I'm going to close it in the comment. I just want to tell something that the comment doesn't mean anything to the code. This is just for you to understand what is it. So the last three letters of my name, and for the last Stropos it will be the false Stropos. So here Stropos, and open these and put Haroun, but in Haroun, as you see, there's no Z-E-D, so there's not this, so this is this, or let's say these are the three false letters. So, and here I'm going to put, I'm going to show to the user that there is no Z-E-D in my name. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put if Stropos, this one is Haroun, and Z-E-D, if Stropos Haroun Z-E-D equals false. So I'm going to open here, I forgot it. Print there is no, oh no, sorry, there is no Z-E-D in Haroun. And here the PHP will alone he will know if there's the Z-E-D or no. So I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna go to new tab, and I'm gonna open. So let me firstly start WAMP server. Where is it? Here is it. So I'm gonna open WAMP server to show you how this works. As you see, it's working. So I'm going to open localhost. I'm going to stop because there's a website which is a secret. I can't show you. Sorry guys. I'm going to put tutor site. Here it is. As you see, he printed there is no Z in Haroun. So actually I'm going to try to make you understand what this tag does in PHP. So the Stropos is tag is made to tell PHP, which is going to make PHP tell the user which things are wrong. So here I wrote in the first Stropos that the first letter of my name is H, which is true. Here I wrote that the second letter of my name is A, and it's true. Also here I put the three last letters of my name, which are O, U, N, and these are true. But for the last Stropos I put it Haroun and Z, Z, E, D. So these three letters doesn't exist in my name. So here I told the PHP code, if Stropos Haroun Z-E-D is false, I mean if the PHP finds that this Stropos is wrong, so he should tell the user that there is no Z in Haroun. So I'm gonna put an else tag, else. I don't think it's going really to work, but I'm going to try. Also print yes, it's true. So I'm going to close that and I'm going to save it and reload the page. So as you see, it doesn't work. Why? Because I haven't selected Stropos. But if here, so but I can do something else. I think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna put another if, and I'm going to put Stropos Haroun H, Haroun and H is true, so equals true. So you're going to display to the user that you're going to print yes, there is the H letter in Haroun. So I'm going to close it and save it, and as you see I should normally get to, oh no, it doesn't work. I was sure about that. Why? Because here in the else you should in the if, I think you should put the else, but I am trying really to understand more the Storkos tag in the PHP so that I can use it more well. So we're going to move to so I'm going to save that firstly, and as I said, I'm going to put you a download link for these two files in the description, and we're moving to Notepad++. We'll code the same code, we'll copy and paste the same code so that I don't have to code it one more time. I'm going to open Notepad++. So in Notepad++ you will have to specify a language in files, so I'm going to open U, and here I'm going to specify the language as PHP. Also here I'm going to specify the language as CSS, and I'm not going to save the files because I always use this software, which is really very good software. And also here I'm taking the CSS code and I'm pasting it there just to see the differences. So here you see here Notepad++ just did only one thing that Sublime Text didn't, which is he just colored these signs in the doctype HTML just to tell me that it started there and it ends here. So here it's I mean all the HTML tags are colored with the same color. As you see, the same thing. Also the PHP tags are colored with the same HTML color but with bold text. The type so also does the same thing. Also the same thing in the CSS code. It doesn't, there's nothing to change. Yes, it's always the same. So it's these two softwares are really very good. So I'm going to put very good, and if I could rate them, so I would give them 5 stars. Also this one too. So if you are a beginner, you better start with Notepad++, because I don't know, you may want to use, if you want to use Sublime Text anyway, you can use it, but I personally started with Notepad++. So for Mac OS X Xcode, I'm going to tell you that it's really very good, and my rate for it is 5 stars. Yes, it deserves 5 stars really. Why? I mean, Xcode tells you where if you let's suppose that you're writing a website that requires let's say 1,200 lines of code in one page. Yes, it exists. So you may do really something wrong. So in HTML it's not like PHP. I mean, in PHP, if I did something wrong, look, just like this. If I delete the S, or and I save it, I'm reloading the page. In the navigator you see there's photo error card on the phonic virtual, and on line 21, I mean, you get where the error is. The PHP tells you that, but the HTML doesn't. So if I do something wrong in HTML, like I delete this L and I reload, you see it's visible. So there's some wrongs that are bigger than this and makes the whole website invisible. So it's gonna be a big problem to the developer. So Xcode, I think also not Microsoft Visual does this too, but I didn't try it, so I can't really tell if it's good or not. But if you have a Mac, so I probably want you to use Xcode. There's also Sublime Text, which he does the same thing in Windows, Mac, and Linux. Also on Linux there's Sublime Text. I had Ubuntu and I had Notepad++. Also I had also Notepad++, which was not bad, almost the same thing for Windows and Linux. So I think that's all for this video. Anyway, for all these softwares I've talked about today code all the languages. So you don't have to download any software specified for a language. I'm going to see if Notepad++ can code Python language. It's a new language, and I think that Python had created coding software for their language. So I'm going to see on language, and I'm going to log to P here, Python. So yes, it codes Python, so that's very good. Also Sublime Text does too. I'm going to put the download links in the description for these softwares, and you can also find other softwares in the Windows Store like this one, but it has a bug on Windows 10, so it closes every time I open a file. So let's say .html. As you see, it's add file added success. So I tapped it, and I would wait for so long, and as you see the software goes out. So that's a bug, and it should be fixed. Anyway, if you look at the Windows Store, you may find coding softwares. There's so much coding softwares, but I really don't have the time to try them. So you can try them, and you can tell me on comment if you find a good coding software, and I'm going to download it and make a video of it. So you can write on the search coding software, and let's go with this, and now I forget what I searched for. Code writer. Yes, there's this one. I think it's from Microsoft. Well, as you see, there's all the languages. So anyway, I used to use this software, which is very good, and I'm going to put the download link in the description. I think you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, if there's anybody of you that wants to do a tutorial and wants to publish it on Geek offshore channel, so this is my channel, Haroun Haddad TV, but you can also do a tutorial, and you can send it to me in the link which will be visible in the description. In the last of the description there will be a link which will take you to a page to submit your tutorial. You can send it on Geek. So thanks for following us during these 3 parts of the web development. So as I said, there will be some courses in HTML and CSS which will be coming soon, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, you can tell me in comment what you don't like, and if you don't understand something, so you can tell me what you don't understand. So thanks guys for watching. Goodbye to the next video. See you next